Cheers, radio.
Boom. Episode 87. We're back. Welcome back to Curious Radio. What's going on? We got our boy Nova Gholar in the building. How you doing, man? We're getting fancy drinking Gato Negro wine.
Oh, you already know. Gato Negro. Huh?
Dude, you got, man, I wanted to have you on because you've been through quite the journey this year, 2020. You've been through some shit, man. Why don't we start before you got hey, clean that fucking, let me see it. Oh,
It's all good. Condensation.
Look at this, bro. Look how much better that looks.
Hey, I was just on. Somebody was like, why it look like so smoky in there?
Bro,
I'm like,
this guy's going live on Instagram and shit's got grease all over the camera.
got Gato Negro all over it.
Yeah. Why don't we start before when'd you go back to Chicago?
I went back to Chicago maybe March, I believe.
And then you had just left then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I just left.
Because we were talking, we were like, y'all, let's come on the podcast because you were just harping about this COVID shit. You're like,
oh my God, you saw me.
Yeah.
I was mad, man. And it kind of made me, I caught it.
Yeah.
Right.
But let's start before that. Let's lead up to it.
Yeah. So, what you mean?
So, like, what were your feelings about COVID before?
So my feelings about COVID, bro. Man, just like my feelings about AIDS, my feelings about a lot of like things that affect the black community, like in crazy numbers, like it has, like AIDS or you know what I mean.
And do you think
even having a Planned Parenthoods and stuff in it?
So you think that a lot of that is intentional?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, bro. I mean,
or do you think it's a byproduct of just poor health because you don't have good choices of food? Obviously, you're not making.
I think it's all that. Like even the pollution in the air, right?
Yeah.
You got pollution over there.
The water, right? Flint, Michigan.
And it's a respiratory disease. So if we're talking all these stuff, and if you're talking chemtrails and stuff like that, these are things we're breathing in as well that's affecting our overall respiratory health, right? So respiratory disease.
Chemtrails is one of those crazy ones where it's like there's so many. Because you can be convinced of anything on the internet, I feel like. But I'm like, I don't know. I don't know enough about the chemtrails yet. But I do know, because I don't know if things are that cynical a lot of the time. Some shit is.
All I know is anything that's in the air, we're breathing. So whatever it is, it's not natural. So I'll say that anything that's introduced into the populace that's not natural.
My guess is it's some weather modification.
It's to make clouds.
Shit.
I've been watching it for a while, bro.
Yeah.
So when you don't see the clouds and it's blue skies and you start seeing the planes, it'll be cloud cover. At the end of the day, you're going to start seeing cloud cover. You're going to start seeing a whole bunch of motherfucking clouds.
So your whole feeling was like, do you feel like you felt kind of like it was getting put into the hood? Or
not necessarily into the hood. I felt like they study us, bro. They study our health. Mm-hmm. They have all these statistics, right? So who's going to be greatly affected by this type of stuff? People with asthma, people that's living in conditions where they don't have access to a lot of a lot of stuff. A lot of, like you say, a lot of health reasons could have affected this as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, do you think? I'm thinking it's such a perfect storm where it's like not only do you not have money, you don't have access to good health care, you don't have access to good food, you don't have access to good information, good role models.
Yeah,
there's not a lot of things that you need. Like all the shit you could depend on. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily accessible.
Absolutely. So when the pandemic hits, it's gonna hit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not to say that they were like, all right, this is to kill off. This to kill off all the black people.
But you were saying in Chicago, people weren't giving a fuck.
People didn't give a fuck.
So
people didn't. The people was out partying.
I was watching you harp on it about it on Instagram, and I'm like,
people was out partying. People,
and it's at the peak.
We're worried
right?
about this at the peak of it, and we're worried about way greater things. You know what I mean? Which is another thing. Why I feel like it was kind of geared towards us because they know what we have to deal with in the hoods. They know where we are, and they know that we have like this relationship with the government that's like, man, should we believe what y'all say? Y'all been lying to us for years. Like, this has been boiling over for years. Yeah. So even the fact that we're skeptical of them would lend itself to the numbers that we have with COVID. You know what I'm saying? Us being skeptical. Period.
What are the
like
numbers
me,
like right now? Do you know? Have you kept up with it at all?
I haven't kept up recently with the numbers,
It's
but
hard.
the last time I checked, it's in crazy numbers as far as black people.
But also, a
having
lot
it.
of shit happened, bro. These protests started happening, and that's a lot of contact for people.
Bro, I just seen on Complex, people are laying on the ground. Like, and
Yeah,
I'm all down with the protests.
Yeah.
But there's certain things and certain measures that's happening now. I'm like,
slow down. So you're feeling about it like, okay, cool. You're kind of getting targeted. We're actually just listening to a Lil Wayne song where he's talking about a black man being
shout out
targeted.
to Weezy.
For real. We were saying he's one of the top 5. What are you? Real quick segue.
My top 5?
Top 3. Give me top 3.
Ooh, okay. This is my personal top 3, and it's no order.
Yeah.
It's no order. All right, so I'm gonna go Jay-Z, Kanye West, Lil Wayne.
I got Lil Wayne. I got Jay. I don't have Jay-Z. I have Kanye.
Wait, who you got in your top 3?
I don't know. I got Kanye. I got.
I know
Lil
you're
Wayne.
gonna say Big or Pac.
No.
Okay.
I didn't really.
None of us. Come on, bro. I'm not saying Big and Pac aren't great. Big and Pac ain't
But
great.
it wasn't as much for my upbringing.
Yeah,
like you
facts,
know what I mean. Like
facts, bro.
when Kanye shit was popping off, this was like my adolescence.
Bro,
you know
College
what I mean?
Dropout was everything to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Everything, bro.
That
Changed
has
my motherfucking
so many
life.
joints in it,
Bro.
dude.
Come on, G.
I don't even know how many tracks are on that.
Cheers to the rock. And
Yeah.
they asked, and I said, that's that shit.
Mr. Rockefeller.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
But like,
What does he say that? What's that line?
all around the world, digital underground Pac, the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer of the Rock. I take my chain, my 50 seconds of fame, and come back next year with the whole fucking game. Ain't nobody expect Kanye to end up on top. They expected a college dropout to drop in and flop, then maybe stop, saving all the good beats for itself. Rockefeller's only niggas that help. My money was thinner than Sean Paul, goatee head, and a Sean Paul goatee head, cologne fitted air. Yeah, they say he boozy, he big headed. Would you please stop talking about how my dickhead is? Flow infectious. Give me 10 seconds. I have a buzz bigger than insects. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Who say Kanye was a spit? Y'all
was crazy.
go back.
I don't know who.
And he was talking about all of this shit that's going on today.
You remember when he was when wasn't Katrina? It was Katrina that happened, right? When he was like George. No,
George Bush don't care about black people.
That's when it was, right?
Yeah, he put himself out on the
People
front
said he was
lines
crazy.
a lot. Yeah.
People said he was
Then
crazy.
it's the same
But he was
thing
just
with the
being
Trump
real.
thing, and I have a thing with Trump, bro. I mean, kind of, you know, we kind of skating, but
Yeah.
with the whole Trump thing, like when I was out protesting a while ago, and everybody was saying fuck Donald Trump, and I'm not saying Donald Trump didn't incite the biggest in our country, which is probably what we needed.
You know what's crazy,
to bring
though?
it all out.
I think he's trolling everybody because you know he's having
Of course, he's a reality.
He's a
not a
troll.
race. Trump used to hang out with Snoop. Like Trump used to hang out with tons of black people. Not saying like I got a black friend.
This is what's crazy. Like you can't even have this conversation because people are so
They're
polarized
so-
with Trump.
oh my
But I'm
God.
like, this is what he wants.
And this is what they want. They want to blame the Manchurian candidate. We know the president is a figurehead. He got veto power. He got little sign power. But we know where the money. The money.
Yeah.
You got to follow the money that, that this country is run by, the banks. You know what I'm saying? The Federal Reserve.
There's a lot of weird shit shifting right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But shit. Even though we're going on like 10 different tangents.
Yeah.
So you ended up contracting. You don't know where you contracted it. Well, you out, but how did you know people were out? You were just your homies were out in Chicago just doing shit.
Well, I seen like a lot of Instagrams. And
Yeah,
people was at parties and shit, and I'm like, damn, motherfuckers don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know, and that was my main thing. I was like, like
People gonna die.
not to say it wasn't real, just to say that the reason we're gonna get it, or the reason people are getting it, is because people don't fuck with the government. We're skeptical, and that's a natural process,
Plus,
especially with
also,
black people.
Your likelihood of dying in some parts of Chicago is like you get shot.
You
like,
can get
tomorrow.
bro.
You got some real shit to think about.
Real shit, bro.
Like, you're not gonna think about
baby
the COVID.
starving,
Yeah.
police brutality, as we
Yeah.
see that
Yeah,
jumped
yeah.
off after. All these things are the pandemics that's
Yeah.
already been there.
Yeah.
Like we was talking about the food deserts.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
It's really food deserts,
And that's
bro.
your immune system, right?
Come on, that's
And
how
then,
you.
and then it's a pandemic. How you gonna get food? You
so
ain't got no
so you see the
grocery stores.
disparity in numbers. It's both of the things we said.
Yeah.
It's the health
Yeah.
that can affect the black community getting it in larger numbers, and it's just being in close proximity with people.
But you know what?
That ain't got jobs. Where you gonna go? How you gonna quarantine? You on top of each other, and just one person that got a job that got to be around population, they can get it.
Yeah.
Bring it home to the whole family.
There's a gang of people in those projects and
Yeah,
all that
and
shit,
what you
like-
gonna do if you do contract it and you got to be in the house cramped up on top of your brother and your sister?
Yeah.
How the fuck? You know what I'm saying? It was definitely meant to, impact impoverished communities. And who's the most impoverished in America? The descendants of the motherfucking slaves. Excuse my French.
You know what? But I was looking at this thing on the internet. There's this guy Hotep Jesus. He was talking about how
I know Hotep Jesus.
he was talking about how black people were here before.
Yeah.
And that they were
Olmecs.
enslaved. So the Olmecs, yeah, like for example, the Olmecs, they were in Mexico, right? They have these. That's another weird thing. They don't talk about it. Like these giant, they're massive, big ass heads.
Big
with
ass
obviously
heads.
African all over the goddamn country.
Big
in
ass
Mexico.
heads. But we
built highways
all
around
have
it.
to share that common origin, man. They
Yeah.
had pyramids over here, man. So there had to be some type of either mental telepathy, which we can go into the spiritual
I don't
aspect
know.
of it, but
Yeah.
there had to be some type of communication, and we had to be.
Well,
I
I just mean like, I don't believe in the whole theory like Whitey saved us and created this travel throughout the world. It's like people who had boats, they were
bro.
figuring shit out.
Bro,
like,
we been circumnavigating, bro.
You know
the
what I'm saying?
Moors. Look up the Moors in Spain, bro.
Yeah.
We been around this bitch, bro.
Yeah.
I like that. That's why I say the pyramids is a huge eye opener because there's pyramids on every continent, damn near.
yeah,
And
yeah.
come on now, there has to be a connection. There had to be communication between these people.
How do they know that these shapes are? I don't know. It's the strongest shape too, right?
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
But to get back, we keep going off. But you got COVID. How do you find out? What happens like
So
0 to 100?
when I had it, man.
Well, how did you know you had it?
Look, I'll tell you this: the day before, I'll tell you how I weakened my immune system. I was recording. I drunk something, and I fucked my stomach up, right? And I got a hangover the next day.
Yeah.
Where all your good bacteria is, and shit, is your gut.
Yeah.
Your gut is a lot of your immune system. So I kind of weakened myself.
Yeah.
So then I started the next day I started feeling chills and shit. I started getting flu-like symptoms.
Yeah.
Right. And I got sick in November actually. Really bad for a week, but I didn't know what it was. I thought it was just a flu,
Yeah.
And then
It
I didn't have
been.
any. It could have been, I didn't have any residuals, but this time, the only difference was my acid reflux was acting up, and it never has. It never has, not like that, not like how it was, bro. I felt like it was literally something blocking my chest, and it was hard to kind of, I ain't gonna say breathe, but it was hard to get a good quality of air. And that's when I realized it was something different. So I was bedridden for 3 days because it hit. I got the aches, and then my father, I was at his house, and he caught it. You know
How
what
old
I'm
is your
saying?
dad?
My father's 80. So
That's the average age of death.
Yeah, so that's what hit me, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I broke down a little bit, man, because I didn't know where I got it from
pops,
or if
you know what I'm
if it
saying?
was. Yeah, absolutely. So I didn't know if because I'm not gonna say I wasn't taking it seriously, but I wasn't wearing masks everywhere.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't wearing gloves everywhere because I was skeptical.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I mean, like I say, rightfully so.
Yeah.
Because now it's all these protesters and everybody out. Is everybody gonna get COVID or does it disappear? Is it gone? Right?
We don't fucking know.
We don't fucking know.
And now they're saying that it doesn't live on surfaces like they thought it
That's
would.
what I'm saying.
And they're now they're just
Nobody
saying
wearing
that,
gloves
that the asymptomatic because apparently it doesn't live on surfaces like the way they thought it did.
See, and
but
this
it's-
is what I'm.
but
How
it's
do you
because
believe anything from
think
anything?
They're saying that they're still learning about it all the time, right? That they don't know. They're discovering. Yeah. So you start getting sick.
Just like Christopher Columbus discovered America.
Yeah, for real.
Man, how
Yo,
they
they've been
knew-
tearing
and
down
they
all the
knew that
statues and
shit.
They've been tearing down all the statues.
Yeah, because that's like having. I just saw a meme, and it's just like having a swastika in the Jewish in Tarzana.
Yeah,
All
for
the
real.
Jews stay in Tarzana, y'all. But that's like having.
Yeah, for real. They've been like,
Yeah, that's like they're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
But they don't see the same thing with black people in the South and having to see that fucking flag and what it stands for.
Yeah.
So for me, a lot of this is audacity. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the racism that's been happening, just pure audacity. Like, yeah, it's here. Fuck y'all.
What'd your pop say when he got it? Was he concerned at all? Was he super concerned at all? He's a preacher, right?
He's a preacher. Yeah, he's been a preacher for since I was born, bro. But he.
Hey, is he the one that's on your album?
Yes, that's my pops.
Okay, tight. Yeah.
that's
I thought I was
The
like, this gotta
preacher's
be his
kid,
pops.
and he been that old my whole life.
Yeah, he was great. He was great. I'm like,
He was great when I was a baby.
I'm like, who did he get to sample
Hey, my father
this?
Abraham, man. Like,
So he wasn't. Well, what was his emotions towards it?
well, his emotions, kind of like mine, man. I mean, he was kind of cautious of it. He was way more cautious than me because he was older.
Yeah,
You know
but
what
I'm saying
But
once he caught it, what was he? Was he? I don't know. Was he feeling some type of way because of
he
it?
just, I think so. He didn't. He
Yeah.
never really. He's a strong man, so he never
Yeah.
really verbalized it. He just said like, it just feels different.
Yeah.
And the same thing I said. Like, if it didn't feel like the flu, it just felt different.
Yeah.
It felt like some foreign was in my body.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's scary.
And yeah, it was very scary. You know what I'm saying? Especially for my pops. I'm young. I can take it. But like, I was just worried about him. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, because
That's gotta, it's gotta fuck with your guilt and all this,
bro.
all types of shit.
Even now, because like, if I would have taken my father out with that shit, I would have never lived it down. You know what I'm saying? And I just, it just was, it was fucked up, man. And I did, like, I felt compelled to get on Instagram and say something.
Yeah.
Because I felt like, although I don't want to retract my statements, I do feel like this is still a planned thing, just like any population control tactic, because that's what this is. You got to control the population.
I don't even know if it's. I mean, sometimes I feel like, and this is just me, like sitting alone with my thoughts and thinking outside the box like crazy. Where I'm like, it's like the planet resets itself, man, and it needs to create space. It needs to shift. There's earthquakes. There's floods. It's just fucking.
And a virus.
Yeah, and it's
but
a
I
specific
think
virus.
Floods and earthquakes to me are natural processes.
So,
and I'm not
so is
saying
a
I'm not
virus.
saying viruses aren't. I'm not saying viruses aren't.
I get it. They can be modified.
It's just that's what I'm saying. Because Corona is the 19th version of it. So I'm not, I'm not saying that it probably didn't start off, because I think everything comes from malaria or something like that, right?
I don't know. Yeah.
Everything has like a base in like a certain virus.
No,
But,
it
like,
comes from influenza. The COVID does, right?
Yeah,
it's like a family of it. Right?
Yeah, it's a family of it. It's the 19th version or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So, but it's like the way they can augment it and play. It's just like HIV. I'm sure something like HIV was around, but that's specifically a sexually transmitted disease.
Well, HIV, man, in the 80s, like that shit was killing everybody.
It was killing. Yeah, it was killing a lot of people.
We just didn't grow up in that era. Really, I was born in the late 80s, but I wasn't.
Yeah, I was born in '88.
But
man, the '80s for my
Magic
people
Johnson
fucked us up, bro.
Yeah.
The '80s. The
What era-
'80s.
but what decade hasn't, bro?
But
Like
the
the
90s. But the
90s?
crack, because you gotta understand, the crack babies are now having babies. But they're the mothers and the fathers now.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? So like you see the kind of the generational, and like the music, like I say, music is always the gateway to see the consciousness of the people. So you listen to the rap now and listen to just the music now, you can see the consciousness of the people. And
Have you
how they were raised.
seen Dave Chappelle's?
I did.
But not
At 846?
Nah, the one I'm talking about where he talks about how now it's the white Americans that are.
Oh yeah, from the
hooked
fentanyl.
on. Yeah.
And now it's a
Or
problem.
they're just not enough. They're
Mac
on
Miller.
prescription drugs.
Yeah.
There's prescription drugs. That's the real problem.
The dollar, the money is the real. I'm not saying money. The love of money is the real problem. Because all these pharmaceuticals, they don't. I was just watching something today. It was some bipolar medicine. It was like, you could have muscle spasms and they could last forever. Like, what?
Yeah.
Wait, you gonna cure me about or not cure me, sedate me so I don't have these
Treat you
for this, and then give me another ailment.
We'll figure out the side effects later.
Right, well, yeah.
Just try it for now.
That's what they say. They be like, it's more too. But we don't know.
And much more.
Just yet.
Ain't,
You could grow an arm out of your forehead, but you know, whatever.
anal leakage for sure.
Right, but bipolar, gone. Happy thoughts.
Yeah, for real.
I'd rather smoke.
It's heroin.
I'd rather smoke some weed.
Yeah.
And is weed still a Schedule 1 drug?
No, I mean, I think federally, it's still a drug. I don't know about like from state to state. Obviously, in California, it's been an industry, bro. It's been great for economic reasons.
Yeah, but that's
Colorado,
that's my thing.
California.
It's been an institution in the black communities as well.
I just feel like they didn't want to. They made it legal once they figured they could make money off of it as much as they could. You know what I mean?
Facts.
They're like, let's throw black people in jail for fucking smoking weed. And then they're like, damn, how much can we sell this shit? Can we package it? What if we just make it a business? And it's still kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean,
so how did you end up kicking COVID?
So,
or how long did it take you?
So, honestly, I'll say a good 3 weeks to because
you were
when I was back
offline,
to
right?
normal. Yeah, what would you say?
You were offline. You weren't.
Yeah. I wasn't. I wasn't
MIA.
really.
Yeah.
Definitely. You know, I drunk. Shout out to my homie Ocean. I had ginger tea.
Tight.
You know what I'm saying, with the lemon and honey. So I drank like cauldrons of that shit.
Yeah.
And it like broke up the mucus and
Yeah.
all shit like that. But I didn't really have I had pneumonia twice as a kid.
Damn.
Right? And that's what people die from COVID. When they get pneumonia, that's probably the serious
You get
one.
both. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I had bronchitis. So I was just worried about catching those things.
I got bronchitis once. That shit is no joke.
It's no joke.
It lasts for like a long time.
And that's the thing that
The
fuck
shit you
people
got on,
up.
like the phlegm and all the mucus. You have that shit in you for like a year.
Bro.
It's crazy.
Bro.
It was terrible when I had bronchitis.
And imagine somebody, it's an older person that can get that shit.
Yeah.
That's
their
not
immune system's just not up to par.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And that's why we was really lucky, you know, that my father didn't get the pneumonia or the bronchitis.
Yeah.
You know
you guys just stayed home once you got
we stayed
that.
bed, bro. Honestly,
Dude, what was
sleep,
going through your head when you got the positive result? You're like, damn.
Damn, this shit real.
Yeah, dog.
Bro, that was the first, you know, because you know, we both spiritual.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I believe things are things because the majority of consciousness believes in it.
Yeah.
But this specific thing, I was like, man, this shit real. Yeah. And I couldn't believe it. I just thought, like, there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way. Because nobody around me got it but a lot of people wasn't speaking up. A lot of people had symptoms, got sick, didn't say anything.
Do you think they were because they didn't want to get like demonized?
Yeah, but for me, it's like, it's better that you let people know so they can.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if you had it or if you were sick, sleep, fucking hot tea, steam.
Just take care of yourself. Take care of your
body, man. Take care of your.
That's all you can do. I mean, whether it comes in contact.
This Merlot.
Yeah, for real. But I mean, if as long as you're taking care of your body, that's really what you can control. Because whether you come in contact with it or not, it's kind of not up to you, man.
Mm-hmm.
So you kick this shit, and then you come out here, and then the riots break up, right? We still on lockdown,
man.
I was just talking to you about that shit because it's what a fucking. It's such a trippy time for me because, man, I see these videos, right, and I love everyone. I always want to show love and all that shit, but I'm just watching these videos of like these fucking A-listers, and like, I take responsibility. I take responsibility. For every I'm like, is this a PR stunt? But is it because we're cool? But it's at the same time, I'm like,
it's both.
It's great because we're moving in the direction we need to.
But it's both.
But I just feel some type of way where I'm like, you motherfuckers doing it now that it's convenient.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Like Goodell, like the NFL.
Yeah,
right? That's his name, right? Roger
Goodell. Roger Goodell.
Like the NFL, and this is my thing though. I was talking to my girl.
That's where it all started, right? Kind of.
Yeah, literally.
Like in this time frame, at least, it hasn't been a movement like this since the 90s, I think.
Facts, and I mean this is worldwide.
Yeah,
like when I saw this in Paris,
fucking crazy.
The Netherlands. I didn't know those
mostly
niggas.
white people.
I didn't know those niggas in the Netherlands.
There isn't.
There's niggas in the Netherlands.
But it's mainly that's what I'm tripping out about. But I'm like, good, because like they ain't gonna listen to us.
Yeah,
they'll listen to white people.
They'll listen to white people.
You know what I'm saying? And they're the ones taking the streets, and
and
they're
that's
infuriated. And nothing crazier.
Yeah,
you know, they talk about Karen.
God.
I'm like, hey,
I saw
you get a Karen
today.
pissed off though, she'll make some shit happen.
Bro, I saw a meme today. It was a black cop and there was a white lady flicking him off like Black Lives Matter. I'm sure he like conflicted, like what? Bro, like that's the shit that got me. Like before I started like actually getting out there and protesting. When I saw just all the sea of white people.
I saw you out there. I'm like, damn, I must be crazy feeling for him.
Bro, it was. I
couldn't do it.
It was wild, man. I had to get out there with the people and see it for myself.
Well, I saw you on the balcony.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's when I first
was at
seen
Dre's,
it.
right?
That was at Dre's.
You were like,
that's when I first seen it. I was like, I think I said hell yeah.
Hey, oh yeah, you were saying hell yeah.
Because I really was like, hell yeah.
You know what's funny, dude? Picture this. Like, it's an Instagram video. This motherfucker's just on a balcony, and it's just a sea of white people walking down the street. What is that? That's like Vine Street or something. I don't even know what that is.
That's that's Cahuenga.
And a black dude comes out of
Cahuenga.
Yeah. So a black dude comes out of a balcony and goes, hell yeah, and all of them look over to him and go,
hell yeah.
It was like you were like the conductor, bro, of a symphony.
Bro, it was wild, man. I really was taken back, man.
There's a lot of love going out.
It was a lot of love.
But you know what? Somebody brought up a point
to your point, though. But to your point, I do believe it's both. I do believe, because I was just talking to my girl about this. I do believe that it's half guilt, right, and then half PR.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's both of those things, and they know it's the right thing. But if the status quo is a certain way for years, and people still getting
Nobody's
money,
saying shit.
rolling, nobody's
It's
saying
convenient
shit.
now
It's
because
convenient.
everybody's doing it.
Absolutely.
And
So
it's the right
that's
thing to do.
inescapable.
Yeah.
So that companies saying Black Lives Matter
This is
to
what I was
save
gonna
their
tell you.
ass.
Yeah. While they're using some racist ass shit, and you know what I'm saying, like
That's no way around that.
So I was writing some shit down. Let's see. Like for example, right wing companies, right, who are endorsing Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
And even though they're right wing companies who dismantle unions, who dismantle pensions, of the black community.
Directly.
But they're saying, oh, we stand with Black Lives Matter. We're gonna put out a little PR ad and all this shit, and then you ain't.
So y'all don't accuse us of not being.
So
with
you
the
don't
movement.
burn my shit down,
Facts.
and you guys keep buying off my shit.
It's just like you see the
Right?
stores boarded up and shit.
Bro,
And
I was on Ventura, and nothing got messed up there. A gang of stores boarded up. They put BLM hearts. I'm like, you motherfuckers.
Y'all
scared.
just don't wanna-
You scared, and you want to
and-
fucking
and
save
that's
your
what
ass.
happened. See?
And I get it.
And that's my only thing about everybody
is
saying,
happening
let's
on
bring
Ventura?
attention to the movement.
Yeah.
Because I get it. Let's bring attention to the movement. But we can't change people's hearts that don't want their
No.
hearts changed.
No.
Now you can change their wallets. Like you can hurt them financially
Yeah.
to where they're you know, Black Lives Matter. I'm with it. Like Starbucks, they had a policy and then they got that backlash.
Yeah.
Then they released, oh, we love you. Nah, we know where your heart at.
That's
we
what
know
that's
where
what
your
I'm
heart
saying.
is.
Where I'm like, you know, like these cops that are taking knees with the people and marching with people. I'm like, where the fuck was this energy all this time?
Kaepernick.
Right?
Where was it when? Why didn't? And
It was
this was my
convenient.
thing. Why didn't every nigga kneel?
Yeah.
Why didn't every brother kneel when Kaepernick? We probably wouldn't even have got to this point if every brother would have kneeled.
Maybe. But it's tough to do, dog. You come from the hood, right? You're the first motherfucker to ever make it out alive from anyone you ever
But
know.
that's gonna
and
be
you
the
making money.
detriment. That's gonna stop us from building another
But
Black
the- but
Wall
then-
Street.
but they-
Us worrying about the check over the larger cause.
Well, Black Wall Street, they built it, and you guys can Google this shit up. They blew it up.
blew the shit.
They
up.
blew the shit up. They literally got in airplanes and dropped bombs on a uber successful black wall. There was known as a
Enterprise.
it's called Tulsa. It's in Tulsa, which is a trip because Donald Trump is having his rally there, his first rally there, or one of his first rallies back in Tulsa.
Come on, bro. That's all. Come on. It's all spiritual.
He wants to light
It's
you up
all-
and set you up,
it's
right?
all
Ignite
spiritual,
that
man.
fire,
It's
and I'm like,
all this too. Like
I'm like, damn, the
Don't-
audacity of him though.
this too. It's all audacity. Like
Wasn't that
And
wasn't
not-
that
not
Barack
to-
Obama's book? The audacity of something, right?
I didn't.
The audacity of something. Yeah, that was a Barack Obama's
I
book.
I fuck with Obama though. Shout out to
Yeah,
Obama,
yeah.
man. He couldn't do a lot from that office because it's that office.
He got compromised.
Because
I think,
it's
on the
that
way.
off.
Yo,
Biden is not going to be able to save us.
bruh.
It's not. It's a two-sided
The
snake.
DNC has shot themselves in the foot because yet again they failed to produce a viable candidate for the Democrats to keep fucking poor old Bernie over. And
Bernie, I can't believe Bernie. He still look the same
it's
age.
fucking crazy. He's
How
been
old is Bernie Sanders?
forever, bro? That's how old he is forever.
And do we really need a rich old? Well, no, he ain't rich. But do
Bernie
we really
ain't
need
rich.
a old white man to run the country?
We don't.
Is that going to help? Do they understand?
Yeah.
I'd rather have.
I think it's an
I don't know
impossible
who
job.
I'd rather have, man.
I think it's an impossible. I just liked him because he thought with his heart.
yeah,
He wasn't just
yeah.
like all these other motherfuckers who talking points and changing. He's been saying the same shit
Yeah,
since the beginning.
yeah.
And you can watch videos of this motherfucker losing his hair and all
Hippie
turning grayer
vibes.
and there.
Definitely hippie vibes.
You know, getting arrested during the original, like
I saw that.
You know what I'm saying? Like his heart was in the right place,
I
and that's
saw
what
that.
I liked, that he was doing it when it wasn't convenient,
Yeah,
right? And I was just feeling some type of way because I'm like, man, I don't want to. I love the love that's going on, and I don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
I just, man, I've been looking around and I'm like, a lot of this shit feels so manufactured.
Yes.
It feels so fucking fake. I've been yelling this shit my whole life. I've had run-ins with the law since
Come on,
14.
bro. We brown, bro. It happens. And bro, it's still,
And I'm like,
and it's going to continue to happen until we really get together. When I say get together, I say spin with each other.
Yeah.
You know, I have a whole manifesto for the hood. I got it. It's called the I Am Academy.
You know what I was?
And it's yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna tell you a manifesto. Made me think about this. Do you remember Eric Garner?
I do remember Eric Garner.
Eric Garner was a police officer who reported his partner for kicking a handcuffed suspect. And he reported his partner for excessive use of force to the LAPD. And Eric Garner was fired. He appealed it. They didn't let him get his job back, right? He did all this shit. He was a military guy. There's actually been a few black guys that have gone kind of like that have gone through the system and realized that the system
It's fucked up.
You can't
Because it's
do
maternity.
Shit. Yeah, it's the thin blue line,
Masons,
right? The blue
KKK,
line.
like it's all real, y'all.
Yeah. So this dude wrote a manifesto and started capping off police officers. They were shook.
Yeah.
They were shook for a minute. He killed a sergeant. He killed a sergeant's daughter. He went to their house, blew their heads off.
You
started killing cops, started stealing cars, and they burnt the he was in Big Bear. He ended up in Big Bear, and they lit that fucking cabin on fire. They had every cop in town. I remember they were all shook, man. They had every fucking cop in town looking through every car. There was stops everywhere.
Yeah.
And they were looking through every car, and and they got him buying an oxygen tank. For some reason, he knew they were gonna burn the woods. They cornered him like burning it, and they burned the house down. Apparently, he died in there. But he had an oxygen tank, like he knew they were trying to burn him out.
That's wild.
But
bro.
I'm like, what happened there? That this dude was a police officer, wrote a manifesto.
He saw. It's the same thing that happens when DMX and Malice turn to preachers because they see the industry for what it is. This sect of
Dave Chappelle going to Africa,
bro. This country is built off sin and
it's deeply ingrained.
And it's deeply ingrained in the politics, and it's inescapable. We have to tear it down. There's no voting. I hate. Get out and vote. No, why would you vote? It's the same two-headed monster. Look, bro, and
vote makes change. It's a very slow change.
It may, yes.
It's gonna take us 300
if you
want to
vote for your alderman, if you want to vote for your mayor to directly affect your neighborhood,
that's what I'm talking about.
Do that.
Yeah,
do that. But if you're talking about the head, the office, the president, nah, he has to answer to somebody.
Money talks.
Come on, bro. Since the beginning of time, that's what this is about. It's about money and control.
Yeah.
And I love the movement, but until we do for ourselves, bro, there's no changing people's hearts that want to rule the world. Like, they not finna be like, yeah, black life, oh yeah, y'all got us in the corner. Nah.
Yeah. There's money.
There's money until we do for ourselves.
They still got all the money in the world, so we still broke. You know
they print it. They print it, and it's the perception, bro.
Yeah.
Our circulation of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and then like even Kyrie and what's his name? Dwight Howard. They don't want the NBA to come back.
They don't want it?
They don't.
Why not?
They said it would be, Kyrie said, which I agree, he said it would be a distraction from the cause. Right? And he said, we've never got so much done. And that's because we didn't have distractions. That's because we were focused mainly on one thing.
This is why I feel I was talking to someone about this. I forgot who it was. Oh, my homegirl Vanessa. I was like, why? Because I was kind of like venting about like, why? What the fuck? Like, it's so convenient. Like, I was just kind of venting, right? Feeling some type of way. And I'm not trying to sound like a hater. I love that everyone's heart is in the right place and we kind of figuring it out.
Yeah.
Better late than fucking never. Whatever. You know, I don't want to sound like a hater. Everything that's happening is great.
Absolutely.
But she's like, Corona shut the whole world down, and we didn't have nothing to distract ourselves with or anywhere else to look. We gotta be faced with the truth, and you can't even cope. You can't do shit. You can't act. You can't make excuses up. Talk about it at work. Well, maybe he had a gun. Did you see he did stick his hand in his pocket?
You got to see everything.
You're at home and you just see the fucking thing circulate, and the media fucks with people's heads.
Yeah.
So they just run that shit over and over and over.
That's a double-edged sword too, because I also believe that they know the triggers. Like, they study us. They study the human animal.
Well, this is what happened. This is how Trump got in office. There's this company called Cambridge Analytica. Everybody watched that documentary. It's called The Great Hack. It's on Netflix. It's this company called Cambridge Analytica, and they were talking about the number one emotion that gets people to engage on social media is rage. You piss them off, right?
Especially racism.
Yeah. Well, of course.
Race is tied to your self-esteem.
But I feel like so much like I feel like the real thing, if we talk on a higher level, if we imagine that we lived in a perfect world where we were actually elevated from race and we all went colorblind and we didn't know, it's classism, really.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
At the end of
the
the day.
people with the most and the people without.
That's it. That's
Absolutely. And it's just like white poor people are probably worse off than a black poor person because y'all been lied to extra hard. Y'all been lied to think that
They're
y'all
pointing the finger at
superior.
you, thinking you're the root of their problem.
Oh
and
my
it's
God!
like,
And
we
it's
have the
really
same enemy.
we got the same enemy,
Yeah.
and it's the elites.
Yeah.
And I was saying too, black people are so emotionally charged by cop killings because it's been happening so much in our reality.
It just
that
hits home.
It can trigger. So if let's say they was waiting on me to show these videos, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying George Floyd didn't die
Yeah.
at the hands of that cop. But I am saying something fishy about them always, especially when the world's attention is just on social media and this COVID-19. It's so easy to get black people riled up, and this is the thing that's always done it.
I was looking at it, man. I was looking at these. They burned that cop station down, right? That Minneapolis one, and they burned down a gang of shit. I'm like, they just let these motherfuckers.
They just let them do it, bro. That too. Bro, when you get downloads, my homie, shout out to nephew. When you get downloads like that,
I know how cops move. I've had
but this is what
personal-
I'm saying. When you
lot
get a
of
download,
experience with cops.
that's real, bro.
And I'm like,
they will be on it. A lot of them been arrested. You can't just burn down a precinct
they will
and nobody.
gun everyone the
Come
fuck
on,
down.
bro. Ain't that a federal? Would that be a federal crime,
bro. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. They wanted this to happen. They wanted the chaos so they can control it, bro. They study, bro. Like
They bottle
I'll
it
put it like this. So if
all the
you
cops'
in
cars
class,
that were parked in the street conveniently in the protest, and they just left them there.
Come on, G.
I'm like,
Like-
it's like you left them there to. Did you see the fucking piles of bricks that were conveniently being dropped
Yes.
off? Nobody
Yes,
knows
bro.
how they got there.
Yes, bro. This is all manufactured.
And this
G.
isn't this. You can literally look this shit up. There's real neat piles of bricks and rocks at the centers of these protests.
just waiting to get thrown. Just
Right.
waiting to get
Anarchists
fucking thrown.
are
bro.
not that organized.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna
Yeah.
be like, oh, we're gonna fucking deliver a shipment of rocks.
You're not gonna hear it. It's just gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's just gonna
And you
fucking
take advantage
happen.
of that because people, it's a horde-like mentality. People start jumping into shit.
Yeah.
You see, I've been in a few like shootouts and riots and a lot of them, and it's almost like everyone's mind locks into the same
Hive
shit.
mind. But
It's strange, dude.
This is what I'm saying about the protest, bro, and everything. Like, I'm glad for the protest. I'm glad for the awareness that it's caused. That's the biggest thing that's happening.
Change is happening.
Awareness, absolutely.
There's a massive shift going on. That's for sure.
Absolutely, but that's spiritual. And that's going to happen anyway, though.
Yeah.
With the new, that's going to, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. This is spiritual. But what they want to do is get you to physically act out, right? Which that doesn't work. And it never, I'm not going to say it doesn't work because wars, got freedom. But it doesn't get true freedom. It doesn't really change people's hearts as we see now. What we're going on in this country.
Everything, it has a price.
Yeah,
It has a price.
yeah. But what we really need to do is Black Wall Street.
Yeah.
Come together.
Make your own shit.
Make your own shit. Then
Make your own
you
shit.
won't need. I won't need to be like Black Lives. I won't need to tell you my life matter. I don't give a fuck what you think.
I got my shit.
I don't care what you think.
Yeah.
I got it. My homie, he got a black bank.
Which is where the opposite side is, right? Is where like the people that are on the opposite side of Black Lives Matter. They're like, I don't care what you think.
Mm-hmm.
You don't matter. All that. This is that. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have to worry about the same things you have to worry about.
Facts.
You know they
Facts.
and I just feel like that is just a massive lack in empathy. And I'm like, you're just looking at it from a narrow perspective, and you're showing me where your ego's at. You're showing me that you're thinking about you first.
All lives.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
But
like
it's
why do you even
just
feel the
even-
need to argue this shit?
For me, that's what I'm saying. The fact that I even have to tell you my life matter makes me just want to be like, look, man, fuck it.
I can't even talk to you, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna have an argument over that?
I saw it's a comedian, Shay.
Yeah,
Michael Che.
Yeah.
He was like
Black Lives
matters.
Matter?
Just matters.
Just matters. Like,
Just matters.
That's where we start the bargaining at.
Right.
Just
We started
matters.
bargaining. Just matters.
Yeah.
He was
I
like,
said, what the fuck is less than matters?
What's
Like, exists?
Exists. Black people
Black lives
exist. he was like, what's the correlation? He was like, that's like your wife asks you, do you love me? You'd be like, I love all women.
Yeah.
Like, I love all women, but do you love me?
Yeah. What are you talking
Semantics, bro.
about? Yeah.
But
Why do you feel the need? You know what I'm saying? Like, it must be a trigger for you, and it must be covering some kind of, you feeling something.
Hey,
coming up, you're
there's
showing.
this book. There's this book too. I forget the name. I gotta ask my sister. But there's this book that touches on how like white poor people have the same reverse condition of racism that we got. Like, so they've been duped into thinking they were superior, blah, blah, blah. We were duped into thinking we were inferior, right? So these mindsets are working opposite poles of each other so that the elites can control.
We fight over here.
We fighting.
There's an analogy. For example, you move into a white town, right? I'm a factory owner. I go into a white town. I got 300 white employees. I'm paying them bullshit.
Right.
I'm paying them bullshit.
Right.
Right. I fire 299 of them. I keep one. I hire black people for half the price. And I barely give this white dude a raise, but I'm like, but look, you're the supervisor, bro. You on top. As long as you create that hierarchy.
Yeah.
You think you won because you're the supervisor. He's like, no, they won because they have the jobs. You guys are losing because you're not getting paid what you're worth. Yeah. But if you think about it in a way of like, who's got the numbers, who's got control, who's
people. Always the people, though.
You see what I'm saying?
But that's the trick.
But that's the trick. So it's like, we're going to make you just supervisor of all these people just because we're going to make you feel like we're going to pay you this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, make you feel like you're important. But in reality, all your homies got laid off. You know what I mean? All 299 of them. And you think that they're the problem. But it really is the person who's doing all those moves.
Facts.
You know?
Facts. And that works on all levels, bro. It works. I was watching Rick.
Look at Amazon. Look at this shit that's happening right now. Like he doesn't want to give up a dime. He's gonna be the first trillionaire.
Bezos.
But he's also what do you think people are gonna do?
And I'm sure it's tons of black women. Hey, black women made Jeff Bezos rich. Trust me. Trust me. They buying all type of shit. Well, they ain't gotta leave the crib. It's over. All type of hair extensions and
for
shit.
Real.
Let me stop.
You know what? Every woman. They don't.
It's
so simple.
Every woman.
Retail therapy, but that's how crazy it's ingrained in our culture, right? Consumerism, right? It's called retail therapy. They make it sound like it's some healthy shit,
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
You can get these things to fill the voids.
Yeah,
and that's the thing though. Like this revolution has to start from the root, man.
Yeah.
And I get. Now we got the frustration out. Cool. Now let's get back to the centeredness. Let's get back to what we need to do spiritually and spiritually consciously. You know, I mean, what's the old adage? They say, if you can't love yourself, you can't love nobody else, right? Yeah. So that goes for the community facts. That goes for the community consciousness too. And black people have had empty cups. Brown people of all walks of life have had empty cups.
There's a lot of racism in Latino communities as well. Not only to black people, but just between themselves.
Yeah,
Mexicans and Salvadorans are beefing it, and Puerto Ricans and
reasons.
And it's like,
reasons for
we're
that.
all so divided. It's like to the world, we're the same motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying?
Like, all right. Social security number.
Yeah.
Social security number.
We ain't even gonna have that when we retire or when we get to that age, right?
Oh yeah.
Social security, they just be taking all that shit, giving it to banks. You know,
numbers in the system, dog.
And that's really what it boils down to, I think.
System, man.
But I don't know. It does make me happy that this movement is happening. I think we're swaying in the right direction. It's like a pendulum, right? Yes. And eventually it's going to settle in the middle. But you know, we went that hard left, and this shit got wild. How was the protest?
Well, I went to the peaceful ones.
Yeah.
Right.
Which one did you go to?
I went to. It was in Hollywood. And
ain't shit gonna pop out there.
It was last weekend.
Yeah.
Last weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was decent. You know what I'm saying? Nice, peaceful. It was a lot of white people. Like I'm still flabbergasted by that. And I have a theory on that too. I have a theory because they canceled all the festivals and stuff.
It's true.
It gives a chance for people to be outside. And look, I'm not saying they're not with it. But you have to be all those things
because my whole life is
fully assess the situation.
I just feel like, look, man, the first time these riots like this happened in my life were the 92 riots, the Rodney King 1992 riots. Yes. I was living in South Central, right? We were in the middle of the motherfucking hood. We were right in the...
Oh, you was in South Central.
In the anus of this shit. And the whole city is burning down. So, this is 92. How long ago was that? Fucking 28 years ago?
Was here
27? Crazy, dude.
Man, that must have been... Well, they burned the city down, right?
Rodney King got beat 6 blocks that way from here.
He was over here?
Mm-hmm. He was up here in the valley. He was in Lakeview Terrace.
Wow. I told you, my girl told me somebody got hung over here in Pacoima.
Yeah,
like 3 dudes got hung.
Shit.
I'm like, who's hanging people? Who's
do you
hanging
hang?
people out here?
Jeffrey Epstein.
And what?
got-
Bro, that shit.
That shit's nuts.
That's what I'm saying. They all fucked up, bro.
Did you see the Jeffrey
Democrats,
Epstein,
Republicans.
Did you see the Jeffrey Epstein show, the docuseries?
I didn't, but I know this. I know what he's involved in.
But the whole thing is they made it seem like he was like the mastermind and he ran the whole thing. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
No,
He had a bunch of billionaires that were
course,
he had them all blackmailed. You know,
hey, y'all got to do y'all ancient Greece and Rome. Like, y'all go into their culture, go into what they used to do.
Crazy.
Like,
Crazy.
this is who they are.
Pedophiles. And
Yeah,
fucking-
this is who they really. A gymnasium. Look up the origins of a
Yeah,
gymnasium.
they used to do it naked.
Dog,
Yeah.
this is not. This is
Yeah.
some real Masonic.
Yeah.
This is what they do. This is the
Strange.
rituals that they do.
Yeah, you
Period.
can find. You know what's crazy? What's that group? There's a group of bankers that do this fucking. There's a video of it. Alex Jones, a crazy motherfucker.
I like Alex.
He's
he
crazy.
He be off the. You know, Alex told like this and shit.
Yeah. Infowars.com.
Hey, Infowars.
but he actually
having a war with the
but
larynx,
he
nigga.
actually snuck onto a spot where they were doing this fucking ceremony, and these motherfuckers wore robes and shit, and they have this.
He filmed it and shit.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, it's online. You can find it. Y'all can Google it. He got deplatformed. They canceled him because of the Sandy Hook. He said it was staged. It was all fake, right?
couldn't
So
believe it.
they sued him. All the families sued him and shit because it actually happened, and YouTube ripped him off their He got ripped off of everything. Facebook, Twitter. He got banned from everything. Instagram.
Damn.
And I don't believe in cancel culture either. I don't think cancel culture is
No, it's dangerous to have.
dangerous.
To have a point of view nowadays.
shouldn't be.
It's
how you get
it's
the
dangerous.
good ideas out.
Yeah, absolutely.
You gotta get all the stupid
you,
shit
you
out.
have to. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's why I didn't agree when I was in the protest, and they were like, "Fuck Trump." It's not. Trump is not the reason for this.
Also, we can
If it's fuck Trump, you're missing the whole point.
it's been
Of
happening
freedom.
way before that. Was my
It's
point.
been happening way before Trump. What Trump did actually was just bring out a lot. And honestly, Trump is fighting a lot of the corporations like the CDC.
Yeah.
He been told them to shut down the government a while ago, and they lied and say he didn't, and didn't do no measures. And then those are
This
lies.
is also the problem too. Like Trump is so polarizing, and the media is so agenda driven.
Yes,
that
which is dangerous.
Even when he does something good, they're not gonna. They're never
And-
gonna
and-
report it.
But that's fucked
They're
up.
never gonna report
like,
it.
But bro, that's so fucked up.
He can do 99. This is just me, right? If I'm left wing, progressive media, right? CNN, MSNBC, whatever the fuck. They're gonna say, Trump fucking does this. They're gonna report 10 bad things that he does, and that's it. As opposed to Fox, they're gonna report 9 good things that he did, and maybe one little thing where he kind of said a smart ass comment and he's getting backlash. And it's like, what's the truth, right? It's probably somewhere in the middle. And I
What
feel
is
like
the truth?
Trump is a direct representation of what America is. Gluttonous, give me this shit, take it,
Bro,
it's mine, I don't care, bully.
He
That's what
is the
America
quintessential white man. And but look, that doesn't make him racist. That makes him. I'm not gonna say when I say racist, I don't think that he thinks black people are inferior. I don't think he thinks
he's
that.
superior, but I don't think it's just the
Yeah,
black people.
I
it's
think
just
that's
people,
white.
period.
I just think that's being a white male in America and rich,
Could you imagine what we would be able to do if we had that kind of confidence?
bro. And that's what race is connected to. You're constant when they steal everything from you. That
Yeah.
takes your self-worth
Yeah.
comes from your past and
Yeah.
who you
Your
were.
ancestry, where
Absolutely,
you
bro.
come from and who you are and what's already there.
Come on, bro.
What's
So
been
like, his
there.
father said, but he said, my father gave me a small business loan of $1 million. That's the type of person we're dealing with. We're not dealing with a normal person.
And he inherited his business, so it's like,
Yeah.
start $1 million. That's just unheard of, and
Come on,
where
bro.
I come from, at least.
Come on, bro.
I'm an exception, right? Again, nobody makes it out of South Central, right? We moved out because that shit all cracked off, and my dad's like, "Yo, this shit is
Plus,
not
I
working
know
out."
nobody got killed in South Central LA.
It was crazy.
Today
dude.
was a good day.
That shit.
Shout out to Ice
Nipsey got
Cube.
murdered in South Central.
Man. And by an informant.
He was an
He was
informant?
released. Yeah. He was a snitch.
You know his name
and
was
he got
Shitty?
released. It was Shitty.
That's his name.
Yeah.
His little nickname was Shitty. They
Yeah.
called him Shiri.
I
his name was
think
Eric.
that was a hit too. I think, man. Look, man. Bro, I think all this shit is.
I get it, bro.
It's all like Kobe. I'm not saying Kobe was killed. I would not get on here and say that.
That one.
I would not get on here and say
so,
Kobe was killed.
That one was so.
But look,
fucking-
emotionally, what the consciousness
Woo. You know what's crazy?
We got hit with a lot of shit, bro.
You know what agape is?
Agape love.
That church that's right here in Beverly Hills.
I heard of Agape.
Michael Beckwith.
Michael Beckwith.
Yeah.
I got his book. Shout out to S.R. Vigame's book.
So he was the preacher that day, and I went. My friend took me to Agape. It was the first time I'd never been.
Great speaker.
And
he was on The Secret.
Phenomenal. Yeah, he's in The Secret. He's
Yeah.
got the dreads in The Secret.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
bald now.
Yeah, he bald now.
But
he should have been bald on The Secret. Though.
Yeah, yeah, for real.
Like,
shit
bro,
with
just
that
let
kid.
it go. Nah, I'll fuck with you, Mike.
Yo, you dope, Michael Beckwith. Don't listen to him. I don't care what he said. I actually used to love the dreads. But he was speaking that day, and he comes up and he's like, "Hey, it's just starting. It's like 11 a.m. He's like, just want to take a moment. He's like, our brother Kobe Bryant is no longer with us." And it was like this confusion that went to the crowd. Like,
wait, that's how he dropped it on you?
But take this out. But yeah, so we're all like, what the fuck? We did this. He's like, yes, you heard me correct. Unfortunately, whatever, yada yada yada. We're getting news that our brother Kobe Bryant has passed away, and this and that. And his daughter was with them. And everyone's just like, oh my! People are yelling and crying immediately.
Yelling?
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah, like, oh my god! Fucking people are crying and shit. It's
it's L.A.
Yeah, bro.
This is the
Yeah.
house that
This is
Kobe
like, we're like in
Bryant.
Beverly Hills and shit, right?
Oh my
You know,
god!
and he's like-
all Kobe fans in there.
Everybody, dude. And Agape is mostly people of color, right? So it's
Oh my
not,
god,
you know.
man, the tension probably was thick as fuck in there.
Oh, dude, it was such a fucked up day. I don't even watch basketball. I'm not into sport. But Kobe was just such a
Kobe is a transcendent. Like, bro,
when you transcend a sport, like
yeah.
Mike Tyson, right? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Transcendent.
Like Muhammad Ali, right?
These would be tribe leaders.
Yeah.
Back then,
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
there wasn't sports,
Yeah.
these would be our tribe. That's what I'm saying. That's why, like, when we lose these people, we lose like
Nipsey Hussle.
the Hercules. You know,
Nipsey
the
Hussle's
Hercules
another
of
one, man.
legends.
Yeah.
Nipsey.
Yeah.
We use these are major figures. These are figures that people would have painted murals of and told stories about.
And they will. And
they will. And how he died, bro. Prince said in one of his lyrics, "We'll never let the elevator take us down." And the nigga died in the elevator.
He did.
Yes, I can't make this up. What type of shit is that?
He was on drugs too. The same drug.
He was on Michael's.
Michael's. It was in
It was some type of painkillers from
yeah.
them.
It's just all the prescription drug
He
shit,
should have
man.
went on them hills, man.
Yeah.
There was a lot of hills.
Yeah.
I'm sure the painkillers, shit. But that's pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
Full circle.
There's this docuseries that fucked me up. It's called The Pharmacist on Netflix. Kind of like a bitch watching it. It's his father. He's a white father of his white kid who gets addicted to crack, and he gets shot in a drug deal. And he's a pharmacist. He starts realizing that his son ended up being addicted to crack because he started with prescription drugs, and eventually they end up moving to
my homie
to
just
heroin
passed.
or crack or whatever. It might have been heroin. I think it was
My
heroin.
homie passed from a prescription drug.
Yeah.
Like, he used to call me. He was a talented musician, man. Rest in peace, Josh, man. And it hurt me because he used to call me like very disoriented and very like out of it, kind of, and told me the prescriptions he was on. And
What
then
do you
I got a
do?
call.
What do you do? How do you?
I don't know, man, because it's a lot of people that own them drugs that's fucking them up. But this is what I'm saying.
And it's legal.
You said
right?
something earlier. It's legal. You said something earlier. Truth.
Yeah.
What we should have from this movement is I want the truth. I don't want no party. I don't want to vote for no Biden. I want y'all to tell us the truth.
Paint it for good for me.
Give us
so
the
I can know.
fucking truth.
Yeah. It's not like I got a choice anyway. I got choice between you two fucks. Tell me where you coming from?
Like, what's
You know?
up? And the pharmaceuticals, we know y'all. Why y'all? What's up?
Yeah.
Like, what's up?
The jig is
I
up.
know it's the jig has been up, man.
Yeah.
Like, get the people what they need to survive and thrive. But they don't want that. They don't want it. Like, we were talking about the school and
Yeah.
school's
been, like,
Lil Wayne was like,
Yeah.
it costs more. What? It costs more.
To send him a young person to jail for life than it would be sending him or her to college.
And we all swimming in debt for
Yeah.
college, and
Yeah.
a lot of us dropped out. A lot of us,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
like y'all don't even want to educate the youth to bring America up. So what are y'all? What's y'all real agenda for us in this country? That's why I want the truth. We need the fucking truth.
I think it's pretty evident, and that's why I feel like I don't know, man. The number one thing too is like you got to realize with it is under control. This is 100% under control. That keeps really one of the main factors perpetuating all the cycles in the hood is non-present violent, abusive fathers or just a bad father. Period.
The family.
That's it.
And
you lock up the black fathers.
I said this in one of my talks, bro. The family.
What's gonna happen?
Who runs this world? Rothschilds.
Yeah.
Walmarts,
yeah,
Johnson and
Waltons,
Johnson, the
yeah.
Waltons. It's fucking families.
Yeah.
It's strong
Rockefellers.
families, bloodlines, bro.
Chase, J.P. Morgan.
The
family.
president's bloodlines is families. Yeah. So to break up the brown people, what do you got to do? Mm-hmm. Fuck up the family, fuck up the structure. Mm-hmm. Then just like the music, you got the girls saying fuck the niggas, get money. And then you got the guys saying, fuck the bitches, get money.
Yeah.
So what's it going to lead to? Us being materialistic whores. Yeah. And us loving the
money. And also this movement of like, I don't need no man. I can raise by myself. I can get my own bag. It's like, what you're not thinking about is that child. That child's the one getting the beating.
The child needs a man.
Yeah.
The child needs a woman. It needs both because we're literally... spiritually both entities, so you need that, or else you're gonna get it in other ways, or it's gonna act out in other ways.
You're just gonna have some type of issues from it. You see daddy issues and mommy issues.
When you go to therapist, what's the first thing they say to you?
Yeah, your childhood.
What was your childhood like?
Yeah.
What was your parent? What was the relationship with your father? Yeah. That's the first thing they ask you. Sigmund Freud, he built his whole shit off family psychology, basically, off the relationship with your mom, and how can that affect you, and all that shit.
How it does affect you. That's where you. So for me, I'm like, I feel like, in a lot of ways, just for the people that I grew up around, I feel like I'm one of the ones that got away. I'm like, I made it. I fucking skid by and shit. I did some sketchy shit. I got into some fucking scuffles here and there. You know what I mean? Like I ended up
naturally.
I ended up in some shitty situations. Yeah. But not having my father there, I don't know where the fuck I'd be. And it
likewise, man.
That shit hurts me because I look around and I look at all just people that I love, friends of mine that I love, who are just hurting because they don't have a person. Structure. They don't have a person that's their father that cares. My dad, like, he's been such a, like, whatever I need, anytime, whenever I need, he would drop everything.
Was your father's father in his life?
No, not he was, but he was. Not a great father. He was an alcoholic. He was.
My father didn't have a great father either.
My dad, he never drank because his dad was an alcoholic. Mm-hmm. So he's never drank. He's never had any habits like that because he was so traumatized from that. He's like, I'm gonna be a great father, and he is. You know
that's the beauty of it. Because my father left him when he was younger, and his mom. Yeah. So he was such a great father to us because I feel like. He didn't want that. He felt that feeling, but a lot of people don't know how to internalize that and turn it because they'll just do the same thing.
He's been preaching for most of his life.
Absolutely.
He found his thing.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
For the spirituality. Yeah, I'm sure that helped tons. You know.
Yeah.
And he was like the father for the neighborhood, low key, man. Because they call my father Rev. Yeah. You know, but whenever the cops would hem us up because we'd be playing basketball right by the house. Yeah. My father come out like, hey, these are my boys. Yeah, like he'd come out. And like he was like, yo, get off my block. They playing basketball. And it was tons of times they had us hemmed up on cars, and he had to come out there. And that's honestly what the community needs.
But think about that.
Cops.
Think about
his father, strong ass males.
Alpha. He's like, yo.
Alpha's like, yo. What the? You know what I'm saying?
And they own their shit. They're on their shit.
Come on,
G. You know what I'm saying? Like they run their shit. They're like, cool.
Come on, bro.
You know,
real shit.
But what would have happened if he wasn't there though? Right? You hemmed up in the basketball courts.
They probably would have took us off.
Remember that show? I think we were watching that. I think you were there. When They See Us, right? Similar situation. These fucking kids ended up wasting away their fucking lives, right?
Mm-hmm.
They
some shit they ain't.
They destroyed their fucking lives. Destroyed these kids. True story, right? And it's because they didn't have and they did have some families. Some of them had families that were looking for them.
But it wasn't sure. Like if you go get a Walton or if somebody hook up, they gonna be like, I'm gonna call my.
Yeah.
You seen it in movies. I'm calling my father.
What happened with Homegirl,
type
right?
shit.
What happened to that lady? Where she's like, I'm gonna tell him there's a black African American, and I'm in danger with my life. And I'm like, whoa, this girl used
the privacy.
But what was so beautiful that it was like, you can't even get out of this one. We got it on camera. Like you see the shit happen.
And that's the beauty of the technology.
You see the shit happen all. Yeah, you see the shit happen all the time, right, in your life or whatever. But this time, I'm like. Yo, I don't have to say a fucking thing. Just watch this.
Karens, that's so funny.
It's fucked up. But
why Karen though? What? Is that
like
the whitest name? Do I know a black Karen?
Yo, and that's what's crazy too. My dad gave us all some wide ass names, right? My name is Rick. It's not Ricardo. It's not Richard. It's not.
Well, I like Rick and Morty though.
Yeah, I love Rick and Morty.
Cool ass.
But he made my brother Christopher Theodore, my other brother James Scott. Right?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
my dad, he speaks thick ass accent English, bro. And I'm just like, was he doing that consciously to protect me, to like see if I can get good corporate jobs just because of my last name or my name? Right?
I'm sure he thought about.
If you read that shit on an application, Rick Mancia, you don't know what the fuck that is.
I'm sure he thought
What is
about.
this guy,
I'm sure he
Rick
thought about
Mancia?
all that. What the man see it?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
kind of be like,
Yeah.
is that a talent?
But-
That could
but-
be a talent. Could be some other
True,
shit.
though.
You know?
True.
So, but I'm
Yeah.
just, my whole thing is that.
I'm sure he thought about all that, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sure he thought about all that. I'm sure
just-
my parents did. I'm Aaron. My name is Aaron.
Is it?
Yeah, it's just Aaron. It ain't
That's-
Jamal.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey, Aaron.
Kick
Like,
flipping on a skateboard and shit.
I
I grew up listening to rock, skateboarding like a little white kid would, but just brown as
Me
fuck.
too, bro. It's
kinda crazy.
No, bro. I told you.
Playing drums
I
and
was
shit.
straight from Boys in the Hood. Me too. That was my
Yeah.
first instrument.
No shit.
I
Yeah.
was 7 when I was 7 years old.
Oh, dude, I'm
On-
10 years
on
old. I
my
started.
fucking-
Yeah, I was
bro,
like, this
loved
is my
it.
shit. Yeah.
That was just my shit.
That's how I got. That was my distraction. And a
Yeah.
lot of people didn't. There was a lot of people that are talented in the hood. You know what I'm saying? But like, people just don't find their niche, and they don't dedicate themselves. It doesn't excite them enough. They don't have enough. My dad was buying me dope ass
resources.
kits.
Oh man.
He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna buy you the drum set. I don't give a fuck." He built me a studio in the pool house. I was hooked up, bro. Like,
Yeah, like my pops, he made sure we played. He
Yeah.
made sure, like we wasn't.
you pay for the church though, right?
Yeah, so we weren't going like Saturday mornings and
Yeah.
stuff, and we
Yeah.
weren't playing in the mornings and shit. It was piano lessons
Tight.
and
Yeah.
learning the songs. For
But look at it,
Sunday.
you're using all this shit now in your music.
Absolutely. And I talked to a musician the other day. He was in his adaptation of Motley Crue before it was Motley Crue. And he was just talking about, drummers and musicians, they got to use both of their hands.
Yeah.
So they're using both hemispheres, so they think differently. They're able to think.
Especially a drummer too. You're spitting your feet up.
Come on,
your
bro.
hands up and
You're
shit,
you're thinking on different wavelengths too.
I've always
using
felt like
both.
that's been a big thing of mine. It's just the way your brain functions. It wires it a specific way.
Yeah.
Especially from that young age. Kids learn so much faster than adults can. Like people are like, teach me how to play
Facts.
drums. I'm like, you're
You're
too old, man.
You're gonna
Like,
give up.
I'm 25. It's like, look, it's just unless you have a natural knack for it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like you're not gonna be.
Because I never really actually learned. Like I know how to read notes.
Yeah.
But I never really learned it. But I just played.
Yeah.
I just
Just by fucking around. But that's a
Literally.
natural gift, right?
literally.
Now I teach, right? I teach. I work with this nonprofit. I teach at a high school. I was telling you,
Which
up
is
in
crazy.
Yeah, and
Selmar. Shout out to Selmar,
yeah,
man.
for real, shout out to Selmar.
Far as hell.
Yeah, for real. And yeah, I got to teach them how to read music and how to play and all that shit. And that was like my foundation.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, some kids will come in and they pick it up, bro. They just naturally gifted. And some kids, you're like, look, bro, you want to work 10 times harder than the naturally talented guy just to be average.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just the name of the game.
Absolutely.
Some people, and it's a good thing that your dad pushed you to.
No,
So,
I'm at first, I mean, that's kind of why I had a aversion to actually reading music because it was kind of forced on me.
Yeah.
So, but what I like once I discovered the computer, I just wanted to take everything I learned as a musician and just fuck with the computer, man.
Yeah.
So like I think my pops for introducing me to music is like I don't know where I'd be, bro.
Yeah.
I really don't know
That's your outlet.
where the fuck I would
Where the
be.
fuck would you be?
I don't know who I would be,
Somewhere in Chicago doing some ratchet ass shit.
bro. I really though,
Think about it.
bro.
It's been a long time. 7 years old.
I've been out here.
So I'm just saying, just started music.
Oh, yeah,
Period.
Yeah, 7.
Since
7.
7 years old.
Seven,
if
bro.
that choice, like, what would you have gravitated towards if you didn't have music your whole life?
Man. Well, I thought I was gonna be a basketball player. But
Well, shit. You ain't tall enough, dog. Sorry.
Yeah. I thought I was gonna be 6'8".
Fucking
But I ain't gonna lie, I was like a Dennis Rodman though, bro. Like
Bro, you
I had a
ball
knack
bondage
for
up.
where the ball was gonna always be. I still do. Like if you on
There
the
was
court,
some dudes
I'm a
like that.
rebounding guy. Like for real.
There were some dudes like that were smaller. That was more impressive. That's more impressive to me, the small dude who could play with big dudes.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah,
still ball
yeah.
up?
I got a lot of heart.
Yeah.
I got a lot of heart. I got a lot of heart.
He's a spunky one, that kid.
I'm very spunky. I'm very spunky, man.
All 5, 6 of them.
for real, for
Motherfuckers are
real.
Giants, bro. LeBron and shit.
Oh my
6'9".
God. Come on, G. You can't teach some shit like that's what I'm saying. These would have been the Shaka
He's killing it too,
Zulus.
bro. He's killing it. He's
Yeah.
kept that college. What's it called? The
I can.
Yeah, something like that. I believe I can.
I believe
something like that.
Yeah, and they say they test really well too. The last time they tested,
Yeah.
they're testing really well.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's doing great stuff. I still don't think they should resume. And I get it. You got to get your money, and you can still have a bigger platform. But at the same time, it's like, man, everybody's attention is solely on this movement, right? And at least, like, what? So what do we want? What does Black Lives Matter want? Like, what do we specifically
Police
want?
reform would be the fucking top of that list. That's for sure.
That would be at the top of the list.
Look, man.
But for me,
experience speaking, I'm like, once you get in that system, it is so fucking hard to get out of that shit. It's a nasty web.
It's a fraternity.
And if
bro.
you, I'm just mean like, you get
You
a
talking about-
ticket, you got a record, you got some shit,
yeah.
you're on the radar now.
Yeah,
and
you in
I've
the
been pulled
system.
over, I don't know, 50 fucking 60 times.
Mhm.
It's just, which I didn't know was weird until I grew up and, tell my white friends, and they'd be like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
You ever been pulled out of your car? No. I'm like, oh, only about 50 times.
Come on, man. Like heart beating
Well,
fast
so
as
so
fuck.
what would be for you? What would be the number one thing you think that they would want? You said, what does Black Lives Matter want? I said police reform. What are you thinking?
That's at the top, but economic control of our destinies. I don't like our destiny being
But how does that?
being in the
How do you get
hands.
economic control? That's
Man, spending our dollar with each other.
maybe
And which is
education.
teach
money.
all of that. So, a lot of my manifesto for what we should do in the hoods, right? I want to set up like YMCA type centers,
Yeah.
right? And these centers will have cafeterias, they'll have gyms, they'll have classrooms, and these things will teach them holistically. Like they did in Egypt. We'll teach them holistically. We'll teach them about death. We'll teach them about life. We'll teach them about spirituality. We'll teach them who they are. Because you got to start at that root. So, and the younger generation are gonna be the ones that inherit the flying and be able to walk through walls. And I believe it starts with the seed.
Yeah.
Because I would plant that seed of spirituality and that the shit we talk about, bro.
Yeah.
That growth. This transcends Black Lives Matter. I think this is a human thing. I think we should all.
I think we can't get past this unless we deal with this issue. It's been around for so fucking long, and that's what's happening. I think like we're transcending what we've been living as far as like the way we've been living, right? I think the Mayans are right. It was the end of the world in 2012. It was the end of that world.
End of the Maya.
Yeah.
They call the Maya
well, they said it was a cycle. It was a cycle. So it was the end of that cycle. And ever since then, a lot of shit's been happening. And it's just kind of a shift happening.
I felt it. I had a breakdown, bro. And it wasn't a normal breakdown. It was like I can't explain it. It happened like, you can ask Matt Cash about this. Like he know about this shit. It was like
Where's he at?
3 years ago.
Here.
Yeah, here. It was like 3 years ago. And bro, I felt a shift. I just felt something changing. I felt it, bro. Because we're receptive beings, bro. So when new information comes down, certain people get it, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I think everybody gets it, but like
some people are aware, some people are listening.
Some people are listening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some people tap in. Some people might call it whatever they want to call it, right?
Well, they just don't think about it. They don't give it a second thought.
Yeah,
they're not aware. They're not looking.
Yeah, bro. And I felt something happening. I felt something changing. Like my music changed. Like I felt myself like, yo, man, I don't want to do music with people that's not serious. It's not on good wavelengths. Like I just felt my spirit speaking to me.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And wanting me to change my life in a lot of ways, bro. And I think that download, everybody got that download, bro. Everybody got that.
Same thing happened to me, dude. It was quite a
How many years ago?
Like, probably about the same. 3, 4
Yeah.
years, 5, 4 years. Yeah.
And was it palatable? Was it strong?
Well, it was more like I got to a point where I'm like, I don't want to do these stupid fucking movies and these stupid shows that I don't care about. You got to give me something to give a fuck about. I'm not gonna fucking. I'm not gonna do your stupid ass. I'm not gonna do your stupid ass fucking film. I'm not gonna. I was playing cop and everything, right? And I was taking the money, and I was like, it's cool, but I'm like, no one's gonna see the shit. I'm lowering my stock by fucking with you, because you guys are on some shitty production shit. Yeah, I'm getting paid, whatever, but I'm like, I'm taking all the low hanging fruit. I'm like, I don't. Yeah. First of all, I'm not even asking much of myself. Where I'm like, I'm gonna get this low level shit where it doesn't require a lot for me to put out. But if I'm like, nah, I want to go for that up there.
Yes.
That's gonna require a lot more for me to push too. And the only way I'm gonna be able to push myself to get to that level is for a story that means something to me. Some shit that I want to tell. Some shit that's like really gonna shift culture and have people have an empathetic exchange and maybe change their mind about some
Because
shit.
you're an artist, brother.
That's what you want to do. You want to shift culture.
You're an actor. You're a real.
Yeah.
You're a musician.
Yeah.
Right. So you just your spiritual aspect. That's the spirit. 'Cause,
But
bro, if the spirit is unnourished and it's in a state where it's unnourished, bro, it's gonna speak out. It's gonna come out
Somehow.
It has to, bro. And that's kind of like I feel like the consciousness, the spirit of the world is like. Yo, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, y'all, when we tearing this down,
Yeah.
it gotta go.
Yeah.
This gotta go. Y'all just gotta go. Y'all on your last legs.
Time.
It's time. Spirit is real,
I do also
bro.
feel like my confidence shifting, which is a strange thing.
Yeah.
Because like just like being a son of immigrants and shit, like you're always taught to like fucking turn your head down. And most of my shit in the entertainment industry is learning how to fucking unlearn dimming my light.
Woo!
You know what I'm saying?
Wait,
Like
stop it, bro. I literally had this conversation yesterday about dimming light.
Yeah, you have to.
And how it's almost, bro. Sometimes, bro. I always do it, and I still kind of do it, and that's kind of what my awakening was too. Like, stop. Show the greatness. Show who the fuck you are, bro.
Yeah.
Because you'll see it in spurts. You're like energy. It'll come spurts.
Out, but then some shit will happen also when you're in that flow state. When you're just like, this is who the fuck I am. I'm expressing myself as authentically.
There. You just want to stay there, bro.
It's like meditation, bro. When you have that space of like nothing.
When you become the avatar, you're just
bro.
like, damn, I just want to.
And then you snap back, like, fuck, I want to.
Like,
But it's a muscle, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even down to the way I dress, bro. I started dressing muted colors. Like I like to wear bright shit. One of my favorite colors is red, right?
Yeah.
And I was wearing muted. I was just making myself smaller and under. Like I didn't want to take up space because I just didn't feel worthy. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was worthy. I don't know. I just felt like I didn't want to bother anyone. I didn't want to offend anyone. So I'm just walking on eggshells.
That'd be my thing. The offend. I'd be like, I don't want to offend anybody with my brashness sometimes.
That's the whole thing.
Or not brashness.
I don't want to seem
that's
arrogant.
the worst word. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But what Drake
don't
say?
About confidence is there for
what
arrogance.
Drake say, being humble don't work as well as being aware. You're just being aware of your worthiness, of your value. Being aware of your value could possibly dim other people's lives.
And that was really what it was too.
Yeah.
When I said I was gonna stop doing these little shitty movies and stuff, I was like, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna focus on commercials. I'm gonna get the bag there, and then I'm gonna fucking pick and choose the films and TV shows that I want to do. And like, I just turned down an audition today. I don't even know. Yesterday, I think. I was just like, I'm not reading for this. I don't give a fuck about this. I'm not even gonna read the script. Fuck this.
It didn't resonate.
They wanted me to be some gay dude who I'm like, no, give us to a gay person. Why am I gonna take a gay dude's role?
Yeah.
Like, it's not me. It's not me.
Yeah.
I'm not into it. I read the sides. I'm like, this motherfucker doesn't talk. No.
That's powerful though.
But you know what I'm saying?
Because a lot of people don't like.
Well,
for
because
me, bro,
it comes from a
I've
scarce
certain
mentality.
jobs. Yeah.
There's not enough work.
Yeah.
There's not just you're gonna find your way.
Woo.
You know what I'm saying?
Because bro, it's there.
Yeah.
And that fear, that's the same fear with the NBA of, if we don't play, all this money on it. Nah, it's what are you exactly? What do you really I think Kyrie got a download.
Did, right?
Yes. He got a download and he just felt like it was something he needed to do.
Yeah.
And once you get that from spirit, man,
he didn't lose money. I bet he's doing just fine.
He's doing fine. He's doing fine, man. He's doing fine. And I mean, he looked way more. He didn't die or anything, but he's looking way more like a martyr.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, for the cause. Because like everybody,
remember Ali was
kind of a
martyr because of the Vietnam War.
He went to jail though.
They took him to jail.
They took
his titles.
Mike too.
They took out of his
Mike too. And then this is what I'm saying. They send. I'm not saying. I know the Me Too movement is strong, but at the same time, y'all gotta understand this concept and this battle is as old as time. I stay on Emmett Till Drive, right? Emmett Till, if y'all look up Emmett Till was beat to death because he whistled at a white woman. Yeah. He probably fucked her, but the legend is he whistled. Yeah. And they beat him. Right? It was a little boy. Closed casket. They beat him to death. Swallowed up his fist. You can look up
Didn't they break his teeth with a shotgun?
Bro, his shit was lumped. Yeah. They fucked him up. And I stayed on that drive my whole life. That's where the church was. Emmett Till Drive, bro. And like this, so this shit is old as time. The women being used as tools. And I'm not saying these men aren't whatever, but this industry is set up.
Same thing happened to Kobe. Remember that?
Yes. Bro, it's the same motif.
But
it's
the
the same motif.
When she went
Samson and Delilah, bro. These are as old as time. These motifs.
She went to the court saying that Kobe had raped her or some shit, right? Mm-hmm. She had 5 different dudes.
It was a Karen too.
She had 5 different dudes' semen in her underwear, and that's how her case fell apart. That's how it started to fall apart. Like, damn, who the fuck did you have a gangbang, bitch? Like, what happened? You know what I'm saying?
He's Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Damn. I'm not saying that's like. Look, I'm against all rapists. I'm against all predators. I'm against all predators. Period. But at the same time, y'all gotta understand, like, who brought the strongest man in the world down in your Bible? You read your Bible. Who brought Samson down?
Also, Adam and Eve.
Adam and come on, this is as old as time.
The devil used
nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
Nothing could defeat the family if they're together. Now, them themselves is just like Hancock, right? Hancock was strong. Then he found out what the woman say to him, she's like, you have no idea.
Yeah. So it's Charlize Theron or whatever, yeah.
Come on. She said, you have no idea. Yeah. And it's a real thing, man. And all these, we have to understand history.
Mike Tyson went to jail.
Watch
How long
it.
did Mike Tyson go to jail for?
Oh, yeah, the whole Robin Givens thing. Yeah, maybe like 2 years. But that took, psychologically, he wasn't the same.
He came out like a monster, though. His first few fights were crazy, but he wasn't the same.
He won, and he lost to Holyfield. I don't think Holyfield could have beat him if he was Iron Mike.
It was just that fucking.
Come on,
people were
bro.
beat before they walked in there, bro. It was a murderer.
Come
on,
on,
just
G.
a sacrificial lamb every time.
Bro, he was a pit bull.
I've watched highlights of this shit. Just like
you see him now. You seen him?
He's a monster now, dude.
Gee, I would not fight. He's a 50-year-old. Wait, how old is he?
Yeah, like 50 something. Yeah, he's a monster.
Nowhere.
He's been fucking with psychedelics. He's been doing a lot of DMT.
Oh yeah.
He
say
Yes,
Toad. His podcast is hilarious.
Hotboxing with Mike Tyson.
Yeah, because
he just gets high the whole time.
He just get high. He overtalk everybody. He just talk shit
but
all the time.
But if
Mike, I love you.
But
the Wiz Khalifa interview was hilarious.
Yo, he was
just talking. Bro, he was just but yeah. He Mike Tyson. What's he gonna do?
He won't even say. He just start talking like in the middle of your sentence,
and he'll interrupt you and talk about something
completely different.
Gee, the Roseanne Barr one. Oh my God!
I didn't see the Roseanne Barr one.
Watch it. Get high. It's the funniest. Bro, he's the funniest man in the world.
I think he's got one of the most interesting lives, dude.
He does have a ranch, but I have something about that though.
Highest to high and lowest to low. Like, he's the baddest motherfucking man on the planet. All the money, more money than God.
But also, damn, I feel you. Nigga had tigers and shit. Bro, how do you price a tiger? Who do you call?
Who
do you call to price the tiger?
Have you seen fucking Tiger King? He bought tigers.
I haven't seen Tiger King.
Bro, he bought tigers off of that motherfucker.
What's up with the Tiger King? So who is this
crazy
guy?
white dude who owned a bunch of tigers, and it's how crazy white people live in Florida or wherever the fuck they live.
Was he being cruel to the tigers?
He was killing some, but it's the whole community. It's the whole community. It's an insane story. People are addicted to meth, murder, people getting killed, eaten by tigers, people getting arms bitten off by tigers and shit. It's the craziest. You can't even believe it's real. Homeboys.
They know not what they do. You know, brown people, bro. We understood the land. We understood the balance of nature. We understood the spirit of things to not fuck up the natural flow,
the ecosystem.
Absolutely, we respected it. Now they're newer, and I took anthropology. This is a fact. They're newer, as far as white people. They're newer to the,
the States.
Yeah, and this has nothing to do with racism. It's just facts. You can look it up.
This is the thing I was telling my little brother. He's a history major, right? And I was like, black people were here, and he's like, no, they couldn't because of the way that. I'm like, look, bro, people been traveling, right? I don't know how, but he ended up finding all this shit online after. He's like, dude, okay, people, so maybe, because there was like, during the slave trade, there was 10 million slaves that were traded. Only 500,000 made it to the U.S. 500,000, right? And the rest, out of 10 million.
Oh, we got our Rastafari brothers, and, they.
Well, where'd they all go? Where'd the rest of them go? All over the world. But I'm like, where'd all the rest of the black people? 500,000 people? Black people are descendants of only 500,000 people?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I think
a
lot of us here too. A lot of us here too.
I just think there was more.
Like I just found out I had some Choctaw in me. You know what I'm saying? And who knows how the Choctaw people really looked? They probably were as brown as me, as red.
I did my DNA. I'm like,
I didn't because I think it should be free for every descendant of a slave. It's so disrespectful. How dare you take me from a place and then charge me? You motherfuckers gonna charge me?
Yeah.
How dare you take me?
This is
You-
America.
This is
Like, I just
you
fucking
take
know.
my ancestry in charge. Yeah, but you got to find out. Like, what the fuck? We didn't get reparations.
Yeah.
We didn't get our 40 acres. At
I
least
wouldn't-
give us
I
free
wouldn't wait on
DNA.
it, bro. That shit ain't.
At least free DNA tests.
Yo, I got mine. I'm like, I got a gang of shit in me. But I'm like, I'm African too. I'm like 10% African.
Yeah,
But I'm like 40% Mayan, 30% Spanish. I'm like, okay, we were conquered by the Mayan, by the Spanish. Everybody was the Spanish Crusades, right? They conquered everyone, all the Mayans and everything. So I'm like, okay, it's about even split. And then it was
I tell people that I say the same reason Mexicans speak Spanish. It's the same reason we speak English.
yeah,
The
exactly.
Spaniards were Caucasians.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just
yeah, and it just spoke Spanish.
yeah. They were
know?
Spanish speaking Caucasians.
And it's funny because the way their Spanish is the way their English is. You know how they're like, would you like a cup of tea? Right? En España hablan así el español instead of like, oh, hablan así el español.
it's kind of
very-
slangish.
it's more of like it's got an accent. They speak everything like hola estamos. It's just a lot of it's just weird,
lot
bro.
of tongue. and
It's
shit.
different. It's like proper English, right? English people speak in English.
Oh
It's proper
wow!
Spanish. Proper
Wow!
Spanish. It's a trip.
Wow!
Because we spoke, Quiche, whatever the fuck they were speaking, the Incas, the Mayans, the Aztecs,
Yeah, yeah.
and then Catholicism made its way in there. I was raised Catholic. Has nothing to do with
Religion, and then they change your speech. That's how you
take 'em over.
That's how you take them over.
Crazy.
That's how you take them over.
Shit, man. We're about up at time. We're over right now. What do you wanna leave it off with, man? I know we fucking bounced all over the place.
Yeah,
but, but just regarding like the current situation, current times.
yeah. It's so much. This is more like a candid talk, man. You know.
Yeah, but which is great. But I
Yeah.
just want you to like finish off on like I don't know what would you close out on?
Man, what I would close out on, y'all, is for me, what freedom means truly is truth. Live your truth, and for the consciousness of the community, man, we need to find out what that means as a whole for the world, what that truth is, and what we want from our government. You know what I'm saying? Do we want good health?
Or society,
Do we want
too,
from our society? I want the truth. I want just truth. If we can't get truth, I want something close to it, so that my kids can grow up without the stigmas that we had, can grow up without the dimming of the light. So think if there was a generation that never had to dim their light.
This is what
We
I'm saying.
we flying, bro. And I don't use it. It's not a euphemism. We flying. I literally believe that.
Yeah.
We can defy the
I'm
laws
literally
of
looking into
physics.
getting my fucking pilot's license right now. Actually, I'm literally trying to do that right
He's
now.
literally trying to.
But what's the trip is like. Think about
But not
that.
to be crazy, not to say like.
But
I
I mean-
do.
I mean, like, think about that. The way what I'm talking about. Either way, though, I was telling you this right here. It's real close by. I was telling him is White Man Airport.
White
right?
Man Airport.
That's the name of this shit. It's in the
Not
middle,
Whitman.
it's in the middle of Pacoima. It's White Man Airport. You can Google this shit. It's White Man Airport. Motherfuckers be flying their airplanes out of there all the time. I'm gonna fucking get an airplane, and I'm gonna get my license, and I'm gonna fly it into that bitch. Because I feel like that's the kind of shit that I would have been doing at 18 if I had to have the confidence.
If you had, I know what you,
You know what I'm
mean. I
saying?
know what
Like,
you mean. Yeah.
If I just knew that shit was
Yes.
possible, that nobody could tell me
Yes.
shit, that I'm capable and I'm enough,
Yes.
I would have
Yes.
started this shit,
Yes.
maybe more than that. Maybe more than 12 years
I'm
ago.
enough.
Exactly,
Bro, that's a crazy correlation. Because it does start with the confidence.
Yeah.
Because think, you start flying, you get in your 60s, you start having your kids.
Yeah.
You let them know anything possible.
But they flying
you
with me
you
in
let
my
them know
house,
not to
you
do.
know?
They flying with you. That fear is gone at a young age, so they growing up. They on to the next,
Yeah.
which could be
Let's
the
get a
spiritual realm. Yeah,
Fucking airplane, let's get a jet.
yeah. Get our own line of jets.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
So truth.
Truth, man. I don't know how. I know that's kind of vague, but I really want the truth. And specifically, man,
What's
for
just
the
happening,
neighborhoods I grew up in, bro. Because it's like a lot of people are suffering, a lot of people are in pain, and I was a psych major, bro, in college. You know what I'm saying? So dealing with the mind, I know it starts there first. So like you say, with the education, the truth in the education, knowing that Christopher Columbus did not discover here, people were already here. Where you come from, where all the, even if you into the Mason stuff, if you into Freemasonry, all that shit is ancient Egypt shit. It's all our shit. Facts. I mean, look at the eagle. That's Horus. Like all this stuff is old adaptations of something that's already been here, and I just want the education to be there so they know that. If they know that, they know niggas built pyramids.
Yeah.
If they know this stuff, in their minds, bro, it's gonna be a whole different type of kid that's growing up.
Yeah.
No limitations. It's not going to be we less than. Or
This
it
is
starts
the
with slavery, or the history.
Exactly.
The history starts.
But they're
with you
giving,
like, oh man, nah. The history starts with you like this, King.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
But you think about it, they're giving you the history of the last 400 years, not the 2,000 prior to that.
Not the civilizations that were built
For thousands of years that thrived. For thousands of years.
Bro, it's directly tied to your self-esteem.
You just talk about 400 years ago, which is like 4 people ago.
You
know what I'm saying? Like,
bar.
Yeah.
Bar. Hey, that's what Al Sharpton was saying. Al Sharpton was like, my last name is blah, blah, blah.
It's like 4 people ago.
My grandfather was a slave.
Yeah.
Y'all act like this. My father is 80. His grandfather raised him, and his grandfather was raised in he was born in 1860. You hear that?
Yeah. It wasn't that long ago.
That's not that. And when did the Civil War end?
I don't even know.
Yeah, but I think it was before that. I mean, after the 1860. But anyway, he was born before the Civil War.
We should know this.
Yeah, we should know this. But my father's grandfather was born before the Civil War, and that's my father's grandfather.
It's not that long ago,
So
man.
absolutely.
And
So
I think you hit on to something though, truth, and I think that's what's happening right now. That everyone's becoming aware of the truth.
Yeah.
Of the deep systemic racism that existed here all along, and everybody's infuriated. But I'm like. It's kind of weird. I'm infuriated because I'm like, y'all just fucking figuring this shit out now? Like, I've been yelling this shit out of the top of my lungs since I was a kid.
God.
But I'm like, but whatever. It is what it is. You know, at least people are figuring it out, and that's what's happening. People are figuring out the truth.
And it's great.
The truth of it all.
Yeah.
The truth of the systemic racism. The truth of this hasn't been a fair race.
Oh, my God. I've been seeing so many memes of white people posting it. And I'm like, damn, y'all. So now y'all know it. Now we gotta seem crazy like, damn, get over it.
Yeah.
Or Michael Chase said the same thing. He was like, slavery. Oh, guys, get over it. 9/11, never forget.
Yeah, for real. Never forget.
Never forget.
Yo,
what?
That wasn't that many people either. I mean, not. I mean, obviously.
I mean,
all the lives are.
Absolutely, all the lives. But at the same time,
that's American culture for you. Erase all the bad shit. Never forget this shit.
Never forget this shit. But, the genocide, mass genocide and enslavement of people. Yeah, just get over it. You got the NBA.
Yeah. NFL.
NFL.
That's it.
That's what you're going to...
A
rapper. You could be a rapper.
Yeah.
You could be a...
Sell crack. Don't get caught.
Not a physicist or a fucking chemist.
No. It's changing, though. It's changing.
Absolutely.
And I'm optimistic about it. That wraps it up, man. It's episode
Could I read?
episode 87. Thank
87.
you, I appreciate you, man.
I mean, I wish it was 88. I was born in 88.
So was I.
Fuck.
That would have been tight.
You were born in 88?
Yeah, I was born
You were
in 88.
dragon too,
Yeah. You're the dragon.
Hey.
Hey, man.
Bruce Lee.
Nice to meet you, fellow
When
dragon.
I say be like water, I mean that
be
shit.
like water.
I'm a real dragon. Everybody be claiming they dragons. They not really. Me and him are real dragons.
Shaolin, motherfucker.
So y'all meeting real motherfucking dragons right here.
For real. Game of Thrones shit.
Real shit.
All right, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you for stopping by, man.
My G, man, it's always a pleasure, brother.
It's good to talk shop with you and just exchange ideas and not feel like, I don't know. I knew.
I feel like you gonna get canceled.
Yeah, for real. I mean, we still could.
Hey, right?
Yeah,
shit.
We don't know shit.
I don't know. I hope Michael Beckwith don't see this.
Yeah, for real. He's gonna be like, my dreads
He
were
be like,
beautiful.
you motherfuckers. I'm gonna grow my shit back.
All right, y'all. Catch y'all next episode. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.